Hey everyone, what is going on? Welcome back to another episode. Today I wanted to talk about the bounty hunter and a couple other things. But before we jump into this, I did want to say I do have a Buy Me a Coffee account set up. So if you want to check that out and support the channel, the tips usually on YouTube, Twitch, and all that stuff are, they take a good percentage of that. So if you want to help me out directly, go to that website. I'll have the link below directly to that. And if you don't know, we do have the $300 giveaway coming up here shortly in about a week and a half. And I'll be dropping some info on how to get registered for that here this week. All right, now with the housekeeping out of the way, let's jump into the video. So I wanted to talk about the bounty hunter real quick. I did a video on this already. This is a new game mode that replaces the supply drop. So if you go ahead, get this started here, you get this little, I don't know what you want to call it. It's not really RPG or anything like that. You just kind of click on this, click on the attack button to start shooting them. You get free bullets every day. If you click this little plus icon, some free here. Then you can buy a couple more with some gems. And then the other thing is you can buy, wait. Did they just increase that? Sorry, you're seeing me figure this out live. Apparently they increased the number of bullets that you're going to get. That was not in my previous episode. So that's new. It was only 50, now it's 100. So that's pretty cool. Let me check the store here real quick to see if anything changed. I mean, pricing's the same. Wow. They just made this a lot better, I guess. Yeah, I mean, all these rewards are the same. If that's not a glitch and I literally just got 100, I don't know if that's going to be the same thing every day. I guess we'll check that out. But yeah, anyways, sorry guys, got a little thrown off there because I was expecting just to get 50, just got 100. So that's pretty sweet to start this off rip here. The big question is that I was going to ask is, should I pick up like the $5 pack every day, maybe the $5 and then the $10 pack every day, and see how much more I can get out of this shop, and is it worth it compared to all the free stuff I got on my mini account? I ended up spending only $5 one day. I picked up the $5 pack out of here just because I was one bullet short of killing the boss, and I didn't want to miss out on the loot drop from the boss. So I wanted to make sure I got that. I spent $5 and I walked away with 2 selection chests and then a few of these level 5 drone component chests. So my opinion, that was a pretty sweet deal. And I'm pretty sure everything in here is pretty similar unless they added this to offer drone parts. That seems a little bit cheaper than the 32 that's down there. But like I said in the last episode, this is a great event to get a ton of free rewards, and it's drone components. You need so many drone components in this game to level stuff up, and the drone components give you a ton of power, so this is a great way to do that. I know some people really like the supply drop event, but I think that's really, if you're a big spender, this opens it up for free-to-play players to get a ton of good stuff. And then spenders, it could be a low-end spender and still get a ton of stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, the goal is to try to get as many of these level 5 selection boxes as you can. And then quite a few of these. I think, if you're going to choose between getting one of these and 3 of the level 5 component chests, that's kind of a toss-up. I would tend to lean towards picking up 3 of the level 5 drone component chests. But I do like the ability to get the missile chest out of here is very, very helpful, because the missile is probably one of the strongest components in the game. So it's kind of a toss-up. If you have the opportunity to pick this up and then some drone, the level 5, the random drone component chest, then yeah, do that. Because you can only pick up one of these a day, so it's not like you can buy a ton of these out. And there's no other ones you can buy. It's literally just this once a day, so it's not like you can just go crazy and buy a bunch of these. You would have to buy them throughout the week. So just remember that. You can't save these up and just buy a bunch of these at the end. You can buy a bunch of these, the selection chest, but if you're picking these up, you'd have to pick them up out of every day. I think the biggest problem is definitely going to be the fact that if you have more bullets, you're going to run out of these grenades faster. So the grenades, you just throw them, it distracts the zombies, they run over there and allows you to move to the next zone. And when you move to the next zone, you do get these rewards, which are free. 30 extra bullets, cool. So I only got 2 planes here. That's easy to take out. Then I'm going to have to use another grenade. So I'm only going to be able to get through a couple rounds before I'm out of grenades, and I have to use bullets to clear everything out. So that's the only downside. Then I'm starting using bullets on these guys, which don't give you as good a rewards as the golden ones do, obviously. So I think part of this strategy is going to determining how many of these purple zombies are. So if you only have a couple of them, it may be worth shooting them and getting them out of the way and then saving the grenades for if you have like 5, 6 or more. I don't know what the max capacity is, but I just saw 6 on the last screen. Now I'm down to 4 again. So maybe I need to use bullets here and then wait and use a grenade for a round that I have more. I don't know. So just going to take some time to figure this one out. Also, reminder, when the Wandering Merchant pops up, make sure you click on her, make sure you get the freebie stuff. And usually the resources, that's a pretty good deal in my opinion. Pick those up. Usually those 2 items are a must get. And you are going to get more of these grenades and the bullets every day, but you're not going to be able to come into the shop and pick up these drone components every day. So if your thought is to save up to the end or a couple days into this and then try to clear as much as you can and then pick up some drone components, just remember you're only able to pick one up a day. So don't wait until like the last 2 days and then have a bunch of these tickets and not be able to pick up all these. If that's what your plan is, you're going to be stuck having to save up and try to get at least one of these then at that point. And the Wandering Merchant, that's going to pop up once for you. I don't know if you can get multiple of these. I haven't spent enough to go through multiple rounds to be able to tell. I wouldn't think though. I wouldn't think you'd be able to, but I could be wrong. If you have done this already, or if you've seen this already and you've got multiple ones at the same time, let me know in the comments below. Okay, and the other thing I want to talk about, just on a live stream perspective, if I were to get these masteries close to 180%, say I'm about 20% away, which I may be by next week. If you guys want me to stream getting the mastery trees up to 180% and getting into the tactical weapon tree and seeing what that looks like, we can go through that on stream, check out the stats and everything and how much it's going to cost and what probably the best way is to upgrade that. If you guys want me to go through and do a stream on that next week, or maybe it might be the following week, I don't know. It just depends on when I can get all the resources to do that. I'm pretty close right now. And then my resources, if you check it out, I have plenty of resources. The Valor is going to be really tight. I'm at about 60,000, and I think I need about 75 or 80,000 to go. That number might actually be a little high. All right, and while we are here and we have the black market up, I did want to talk about this real quick because people ask me all the time what to pick up out of here. Obviously, until season 2, you're not going to have, or after season 2, you're not going to have the Overlord stuff. So this is going to be season 3 and beyond. You're going to start seeing the Overlord stuff pop up. I wouldn't say, unless you're a big spender, I wouldn't go crazy here. Yes, if you're a free-to-play player, this is a good way to pick some of this stuff up. But I would say, without a doubt, the best things to pick up out of here are going to be the hero weapon shards and also the gear blueprints. Because you know how hard it is to get gear blueprints. You know how hard it is to get weapon shards. All this other stuff you can usually get day to day just playing the game. Like drone parts here, I can get quite a few of these just playing the game. While this value pack is a decent deal, so I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. Going to pass on this. And then these chests here, I don't pick up the random skill chips. It's a good deal, yes, but at the same time, on this mini account, the last thing I want to do is to spend 1,500 in my cash and get skill chips for like my tank team who are all like 1 stars. So it wouldn't help me at all. I would rather get stuff that's going to make me progress now, which is going to be the weapon shards. It's going to be the blueprint. So at any stage you are, whatever season you're in, the black market, you're going to have blueprints. You're going to have weapon shards. So that's the best time to pick those up. because you can, there's selection weapon shards. So if you haven't unlocked one, you're free to play player, that is your best time to pick those up, because then you can save up 50 of those and then use them to unlock the weapon for whatever hero you need. So for me, I'm on the hunt for Prince. So we're going to continue to skip here until got some weapon stuff. I'm skipping the ore. I do like the ore, but at the same time, I am on the hunt for Prince. So that's what we're going to do. Skill chips or skill points, same thing. And I'm just going to refresh again. And there they are. I'm going to go ahead and pick those up. And look at that, down to 17 or almost 1,800 just like that. And that's why I save. I just wait until those roll around, pick them up, and then wait for the next set. Because they're going to get quite a few of those. This event's going on for a couple weeks, so you got plenty of time to try to pick those up. So don't just rush and buy every single thing you see. You see some ore, you see some stuff for the gorilla, you see these weapon prints here, or weapon shards. Pick those up, but you know, things like the ore down here, let's roll this again. Resources, same thing. I know these resources look good, they're quick, they're easy to grab here, but just don't do it. Don't fall into that, because whenever blueprints roll around or those weapon shards roll around, those are the things you want to snag. Now, if you are a spender, and even a big spender, then yes, getting all the gorilla stuff out of here. There's so many skill medals out of here, so many of the certificates out of here as well. This is going to be the best place to pick those up. And then obviously the offers, you're getting the same amount for half the cost. You get 100, or you spend 100, you get 2,000 of them here. So I'm going to go ahead and pick those up. And I am debating getting those weapon shards there, but I think I'm going to pass, just because I'm going to wait and see if I can get maybe one of those one-off weapon prints, blueprints. Because if I can get one to pop up in the offer, those are a really good deal. You can get one of them for about 600, which is just slightly less the value, or better value than what you see for the 5 when you pick those up. But that's it for this episode. I just want to talk about the bounty hunter, see what you guys think. Should I spend some money on there and see how good of rewards you can get for a little bit more money versus just being free to play and the progress you made? And then also in the black market, what to get out of here. As always, thanks again for watching, everybody, and I'll catch you in the next one.